Hello dearies, welcome or welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? How are we doing? How is the preparation going for your interviews? I hope it's going well and you're doing wonderfully well. So I'm sure by now you know that some schools write entrance exams for their interviews. So normally with the public schools, you write your entrance exam or interview exams on the day of interview, unlike, for example, 37 NMTC, which is a private school, by the way, who calls the applicants to come for their entrance exam before they go back for the interview. Okay, it's all part of the selection process. And a lot of the times, these questions is actually trying to assess your thinking capacity, your problem-solving capacity. How do you solve issues when they are presented to you? And these questions can take mathematical shape or general science, broadfoot English interpretations, and all those things. And so previously, I have a video on the English aspect, which is focused on verbal reasoning. I'll link it at the end of this video, and also numerical reasoning, which is mathematics, mostly numbers and figures. And I'll also link it at the end of this video. Now, as part of that exam, they can also include logical reasoning test questions. And this one was an insider secret from one of the schools. And one of the lecturers said, oh, sometimes we also include logical reasoning questions. Logical reasoning is trying to assess your ability to draw conclusions and also how you assess situations and solve problems under a time pressure. Okay, when there's pressure on you, can you think fast? Can you think accurately and solve and draw conclusion and know that, okay, this is what is happening? You put two and two together, you know that this is really what is happening. So with logical reasoning, it's not really based on any knowledge you know. They just present you situations and you will draw the conclusion and choose the right answer to whatever situation. So it's not based on your background. Maybe you are a general art student, you are a general science student. None of that matter. This one is just you. Can you reason fast? Can you think fast? How is your thinking abilities? Okay, so yeah, that is logical reasoning for you, and it can take a lot of shapes. Okay, there are different types of logical reasoning tests that you can meet in your exam, and some of them, in my research, I realized that some of them I have already tackled in the numerical reasoning test and the verbal reasoning test. So you still have to watch those videos as backup to this one, so that you know that your preparation is up there a little. Okay, so we'll look at 6 areas where they can pick questions from. In my research, I found some questions on the internet and I tried my hands on them. And one conclusion I can give you is you have to take your time. You have to read and understand before you go ahead to answer, because some of them, it was chopping my brain small. But that is what it taught me, that you have to take your time. It's not one of those things that you rush through. So let's dive in and look at some of the questions and how you can tackle it. And like I did with the other 2 videos, we'll look at examples, then I'll leave assignments for you to try your hands on and leave the answer in the comment section if you want. Okay, so let's dive right in. So the first area we'll look at will be questions on blood relations. And these ones are where they say this person is related to this and this, so who is this to this person, that kind of question. Those are the questions we are going to be looking at. And sometimes reading the question well is also really important. Okay, so yeah, question number 1. A, who is a doctor, has 4 grandsons. O, A's son is a chemist, has a brother named X. X has a brother P, and S and M are O's nephews, and O has no kids. Z and Y are A's grandsons. How many children does A have? Alright, so with this question, A is the father, O is one son who is a chemist, then he has a brother named X. So X is a brother of O, and X, who is a brother of O, has a brother named P. So now O, X, and P are brothers. Okay? All right, that one aside. S and M are O's nephews. So you have to be able to take away the fluff. S and M are nephews. So definitely they are A's grandsons. And Z and Y are also A's grandson. So it's only O, X, and P who are the sons of A. So your answer here will be C, which is the correct answer, because since O is A's son and O, P, and X are brothers, therefore A has 3 children. Okay? All right. Next question. The same preamble, but a different question. How are S and Z related? Already in the first line, they stated that A, who is a doctor, has 4 grandsons. Okay? All right. S and M are O's nephews. So S and M will call O uncle. So those are the first 2, because if they are nephews to O, then they are A's grandsons. So that's 2 already. Then Z and Y are also A's grandson. So supposing S and M are the children of P and Z and Y are the children of X, then S and Z will be cousins. Okay, they will be cousins. And that is the only viable option here. So the answer should be B. Yes. So X and P are brothers, and Z and S are their children. So Z and S are cousins. All right? Okay. Okay, so let's do one more. Shavari introduced a person as her mother's father's wife's son-in-law's son. How are they related? Shavari introduced a person as her mother's father's wife. Her mother's father is Shavari's grandfather. Okay? So her mother's father's wife is Shavari's grandmother. Her mother's father's wife's son-in-law will be either Shavari's father or an auntie's husband, which is not stated here. Then it could be that the son-in-law is Shavari's father. Therefore, the son will be Shavari's brother. Okay, so I'm going with option B. So let's see. Yes. So option B is correct, because her mother's father's wife is her grandmother. Her grandmother's son is in-law is her father, and her father's son would be her brother. Okay. All right. So try your hands on this one. So Shavari introduced a person as her mother's father's son-in-law's daughter. How are they related? Shavari introduced a person as her mother's father's wife's son-in-law's daughter. How are they related? So leave your answer in the comment section. Just write question 1, A, B, or C. Okay, any of the answers you think is the correct one. All right. Moving on, you can also have questions concerning days of the month, days of the week, and calculating time differences and all of that. Okay, so let's see sample questions under this category too. If the 7th day of a month is 3 days earlier than Friday, what day will it be on the 19th day of the month? The 7th day of the month is 3 days earlier than Friday, and when we count backwards, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So the 7th of the month is Tuesday. Okay, and now the 19th of the month will be 12 days away from that said Tuesday. The way I'll solve this question, this is how I'll calculate it in my own head, okay? Then later we'll look at how they solve it. If Tuesday is 7th, then I'm going to count 12 days from Tuesday. So we'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the 19th will be a Sunday. So I'm going with option A. Let's see what the correct answer is. The answer is option A. But these people, they don't explain why the answer is Sunday, but the answer is Sunday. Okay? All right, let's do another one. If the fourth Saturday of a month is 22nd day, then 13th day of the month will be which day? Saturday is 22nd, and we are looking for the 13th day. So I'm going to deduct the 13 from the 22 to get the gap between the two dates. And 22 minus 13 will give you 9. So this one, I'm going to count backwards from the 22nd, okay? So 22nd is Saturday. So Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. So I'm going with Thursday. Yeah, Thursday is the right answer. So you see that's how my brain works. So if it were you, how would you have solved this equation or problem? So this one is assignment for you, and this will be question number 2 for the assignment. So if fourth day of any month was Sunday, what will be the day on 27th day of the same month? What will be the day on 27th day of the same month? Is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday? Put the answer in the comment section. Another category of questions will include matching words. Okay, they can give you a word and ask you to match it. Okay, for example, knowledge. Knowledge is, I'll say learning, because you learn. When you learn, you gain knowledge. So I'll relate learning with knowledge. So I'll say option C. Yes, that is correct. Option C is the answer. Another one is country. For this one, it chopped my brain small, but I was torn between law and order and democracy. But the answer is law and order, because every country follows law and order. So the answer is option B. So try your hands on this one. Okay, so this will be your assignment number 3. Restaurant. What's the best word that you can relate with restaurants? Is it air conditioner, ambience, rent? None of this. And for this one, I'll give you one more. For question number 4 is antique. So when you hear antique, what word relates match with antique? Is it museum, precious, rarest, or none of these? Then we'll move to the next area, will be statements, where they give you a statement and you will draw your conclusion. So look at this one. The preamble is, in each of the following questions, a statement is given, followed by 2 conclusions. Give answer. So then you give your answer accordingly. The statement is, if you are a good artist, then we have definitely a job for you. Conclusion: 1, you are a good artist. 2, we are in need of a good artist. So which is which? And the statement is, if you are a good artist, then we have definitely a job for you. So these people are not just hiring any artist keke. They are hiring a good artist. It's only conclusion 2 that follows the statement. Because if you want to summarize, we are saying that we are looking for a good artist to hire. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you are a good artist. Nowadays, the sale of television sets of company X has increased. Conclusion: the sale of television sets of other companies has decreased. The sale of television sets of company X was nil in the past. The statement is that nowadays the sale of television sets of company X has increased. It didn't say that previously they were not selling any. It didn't also say that other companies have a decrease in their sales. It's only saying that company S has seen a rise in sale of televisions in recent days. So I'll say the conclusion does not match the statement. It will only match the statement if we have more data concerning past sales and sale of the other company. So I'll go with D. which is also correct. So this one is for you. Assignment number 5. Modern man influences his destiny by the choice he makes, unlike in the past. Conclusion 1. Earlier, there were less options available to them. Conclusion 2. There was no desire in the past to influence the destiny. So which one will you go for? So the next category we'll look at is the odd one out. So with this one, they will give you a list of words, or a list of words which are related to each other, but with one which is odd amongst them, and you have to find it. So let's look at some examples. Which word does not belong with the others? Parsley, basil, dill, mayonnaise. With this one, the obvious answer is D, because parsley, basil, and dill are herbs, or they are spices. Mayonnaise is a cream we put on our salad. So mayonnaise is the odd one out. And yes, just as I said, mayonnaise is the odd one out. Let's look at another one. Inch, ounce, centimeter, yard, which is the odd one out. Inch is measuring length. Ounce is measuring weight. Centimeter is measuring length. Yard is measuring length. So the odd one out here will be ounce, because it's the only one that is not measuring length. It's measuring weight. Okay, and that is the answer there for you. Let's do another example. Which word does not belong with the others? Heading, body, letter, closing. Heading, body, letter, closing. If you are this one, heading, you give a heading when you are writing a letter or any document. A body, then the body of that document will come. The letter, a letter contains a heading and a body. Then closing is closing of that letter or that document. So the letter is the odd one out in this one. Okay, so I'll say C. And the explanation is heading, body, and closing are all parts of a letter. The letter is the whole, not a part. So the others are talking about parts of a letter, but the letter is a complete thing. So the letter is the odd one out. Because this one is easy, I'll give you 2 assignments to tackle. So question number 6 and 7. Which words does not belong with the others? Tire, steering wheel, engine, and car. Then the next one, which word does not belong with the others? Branch, dirt, leaf, and root. The last category we'll tackle will be logical problems. They'll give you problems, and then you will, mostly it can come in true or false, or agree, disagree kind of questions. But this one, we are looking at true or false or uncertain kind of questions. Okay, so let's go. Tanya is older than Eric. Cliff is older than Tanya. Eric is older than Cliff. If the first 2 statements are true, the third statement is true, false, uncertain. Now let's read that again. Tanya is older than Eric. Cliff is older than Tanya. So it means if Tanya is older than Eric, then and Cliff is older than Tanya, then Cliff is older than Tanya and Eric. So Eric is older than Cliff is a false statement, because Cliff is older than Eric and Tanya. So the answer is false. And this is their explanation. Because the first 2 statements are true, Eric is the youngest of the 3. So the third statement must be false. All right, next question. Blueberries cost more than strawberries. Blueberries cost less than raspberries. Raspberries cost more than strawberries and blueberries. If the first 2 statements are true, the third statement is, so blueberry is, blueberry is costing more than strawberry. So if strawberry costs 3 cedis, blueberry is costing 5 cedis. So, but blueberry costs less than raspberry. So now raspberry can be either 6 cedis, because raspberry is costing more than blueberries. So the last statement is raspberries cost more than strawberries and blueberries, which is true because among the three fruits, raspberries are the most expensive. And so option A is correct. All right. Because the first two statements are true, raspberries are the most expensive of the three. But we came to the same conclusion. All right. The next two questions are for you to solve. So question number 8 and question number 9. Mara runs faster than Gail. Lily runs faster than Mara. Gail runs faster than Lily. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is true, false, uncertain. Put your answer in the comment section. And then the final question I'll give you is, the Kingston Mall has more stores than the Galleria. The Four Corners Mall has fewer stores than the Galleria. The Kingston Mall has more stores than the Four Corners Mall. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is true, false, or uncertain. Leave your answer in the comment section. So these are some examples of logical reasoning test questions that you can get. It will not be written heading logical reasoning questions, but you see them imbued in your question. And when you think about it, these are some of the questions we're getting when we're in SHS, even in our WASI. We got some of these questions with the sequence and mathematical aspects of logical reasoning questions are tackled here under numerical reasoning or maths. You can click it and watch. It's a very good video. Some of the applicants who wrote their entrance exam confirmed that it was really helpful. So you can click and watch. And then the English aspect too, you can click and watch. If you've already mastered those ones, then you can click on my 30 interview questions and answers here and watch that one to help you prepare for an interview. I hope this video was helpful. Like, share, subscribe if you've not done that yet. And I wish you all the best in your nursing interviews. Bye.